Hello everyone, this is Miklos. Today I have 4 Swiss Army knives for you, 4 real Swiss Army knives. And I say real because these are actually the same models that were used by the Swiss Army for a while. Before 1961, the Swiss Army had a totally different type of Swiss Army knife in use, but then in 1961 they decided to change to these Alox models. At that time they looked a little bit different, but the tool set was the same. This design was originally created by Victorinox in the late 50s, and the Swiss Army adopted that design, and both Victorinox and Wenger started to deliver these knives based on the same specification to the Swiss Army. This video has been created based on a request by a dear viewer, and today we are going to take a look at Wenger and Victorinox Swiss Army knives. Two of these in front of you are made by Wenger and two of them made by Victorinox. I wonder if you can guess which one is which. Well, for sure I couldn't. I only know because I placed them here and because they are mine, and I know some small imperfections that they have, but they are very similar for the first sight. If you have guessed, let me tell you the solution. These two are Victorinox and the two behind them are Wenger. I actually carry the Wenger ones. I have them in my EDC rotation, and the two Victorinox ones are sitting in my collection. As you might be able to guess, these two are older models and these are newer ones. These two are from 96 and the two older ones are both from 82. So let's take a look at the older ones first. Let's see if I was right. This one should be the Wenger. Yes, it is. And the other one should be a Victorinox. And as you can see, this one is from 82 and the Wenger is from 82 as well. Now the first difference that you can see here is that for the year stamp they used a different font and a different size as well, and the stamping is also different. The lines are a bit thicker on the Wenger, and you can also see that the blade shape is a little bit different. The Wenger is actually wider down here close to the tang. Not much, but a little bit. And I'm not sure if you can actually see, but the Victorinox is more polished. The Wenger has a little bit different finish on the blade. I'm sorry for the fingerprints. These older knives also have a hollow rivet. That's also a little bit different, thicker on the Wenger, and the hole seems to be a bit bigger on the Victorinox. And another difference is in the bottle opener. I want to say that I'm comparing these two knives. It's not sure that these differences apply to all the models they did, but on these two particular knives the differences are there. So you can also see that the finish, the grind is a little different. This is the Wenger, this is the Victorinox. And if we have a closer look, the inside of the bottle opener, the Wenger actually seems to have a nicer finish on there. So on the Victorinox there are some it doesn't look perfect actually. The Wenger looks much more nice. And another difference I noticed is in the awl. If I open it up, the first difference is that the Wenger, which is this one, is actually more difficult to open. And I tried to clean it already and oil it, and I tried different methods of cleaning, but it's just a little tougher to get it out actually. I need much more force. The Victorinox is a lot smoother there. And the other difference is in the shape of the awl itself. You might be able to see that on the inside that the Wenger is more of a 90-degree angle and the Victorinox is more rounded. Also on the outside, and the Victorinox is rounded, the Wenger is, the top is more flat. And also this grind ends differently on the Victorinox. On the Wenger it just stops. On the Vic it seems to go into a pointy end. So that's all I can tell from about the older models. Let's see the newer ones. Before we jump to the newer models, I forgot to mention something. This is with the awl again. I hope you will be able to see if I start to close the awl on the Wenger, it actually moves that spacer a little bit. It doesn't touch the tip of the knife, but it moves. On the Victorinox, that spacer doesn't move when I start to close the awl. So that's it for the old knives. Now let's have a look at the newer ones. This one is the Victorinox, and this one is the Wenger. I know because it has some chips up here, and I know this is the Victorinox. Let's start with the main blade on both. So you can see Victorinox Wenger. Again, you can see that the blade shape is just a little different. On the Wenger, this cutout goes all the way up, whereas on the Victorinox, it's a little bit curved and it doesn't go all the way to the end of the blade. And also the tang of the Wenger seems to be a bit bigger. On the back side, you can see again that the stamps are different, the fonts are different again, and on this model this is the Wenger, the stamp, or the year stamp, is not that deep. On the Victorinox it's much deeper. Actually on the Wenger it's as deep as some of the deepest scratches on the tang. And this is one of the differences. And if we look at the awl, the difference is actually the same as with the older models in the design. The Victorinox is more curved. Let me switch it because we had it that way with the old knives. So this is the Wenger one, and this is the Victorinox. And also they end the same way as the old ones. Now don't look at the tip, because on the Wenger knife the tip was actually broken and it had to be filed down. So this one has a new tip, but the grind is still different. If I start to close it, let's focus. You can see that on the Wenger, focus. On the Wenger, the spacer moves again. On the Victorinox, it does not. Let me bring the old knives back a little bit, the 82 ones. I forgot to mention something about the awl. Now this one is the Wenger, and if I open the blade, you can see that the awl comes out a little bit when the blade is half open, but this tip, I cannot really hurt myself on it. And if I close the blade, it's in place in a very beautiful way. On the Victorinox, when a knife is closed, you can see that the tip comes out a little bit more than on the Wenger. And if I open the blade, close it halfway, you can probably see that that tip comes out pretty much. It's much higher than the scales, and potentially I could actually hurt myself on it. So this is a drawback on the Vic. Other than that, I think these knives are very close to each other in quality as well as in the looks, but you can judge yourself based on what you saw. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.